is Joe. We're gonna start off with Christos.
Hello, Reggie. I would like to ask you, how could you explain the first half of the game, and how big hit for your psychology was this game tonight?
Explaining it, they came out and they played really well. We didn't necessarily get into the schemes that we would like to, Christos, and they made us pay. So we played a really good team. They came out here ready to compete, coming off of a Christmas Day loss themselves against the Lakers, and they really put it on us. So it's a tough one. We got to go back, watch film, try to figure out where we can be better, and get better within our schemes. But mentally, I hope guys just, kind of wash this one off. Like I said, find a way to get better, watch the film, but understand that it's only one of 72.
Let's move over to Ferdinand.
Hey, Ray, what was coach message at halftime?
Once again, can you hear you?
What was the coach message at halftime?
At halftime?
Yep.
We got to come out here and compete. That's really, I think everybody understood. Being better than the team, better than leading team, and having a great coach in T. Lou. Not really much to talk about other than we have to go out here and compete. Have to try to execute the defensive plans that we had, and can't let our spirit get down from missed shots.
Lastly, how Serge Ibaka sign has impacted this team?
You said how Serge Ibaka what?
Has impacted this team.
He's been great. Another veteran leader, a guy who's enthusiastic, enthused to play, knows what he's doing in this league. He's been established, can play multiple roles, pick and pop and roll, great defender. So he's just giving us another guy who's very confident, that team has confidence in, and a guy that we know can step up and make things happen.
Andrew, you can go ahead.
Hey, Reggie, Ty has talked a lot about, and players too, having a short memory this year and moving on. He's talked about it when referencing forgetting last season. I'm sure that's what your message is after this loss. I guess I'm just curious, like, when you have a loss like this, like, how easy is it to move on? Like, when you suffer a really bad loss, when you're actually trying to do it in practice, how hard is that to really mentally move on and try to forget it all?
Probably a little tougher for younger guys, but like I said, we have a victory-laden team, so I think guys understand. Maybe not this bad, but you have a few ugly games throughout the season that you just chalk up, and you can kind of tell from the beginning that it's not going your way. So, like I said, hats off to the Mavericks. We commend them for the way they came out and competed. They really deserve this one. They earned it. And on our end, we're gonna try to wash this one off. We're not gonna necessarily fully forget about it. We're gonna find a way to get better from it. But we're gonna have a quick short memory after that and get ready for our next opponent.
And 3 games into your season, I guess, how you evaluate the way you've seen yourself play, the way you kind of pick yourself apart when you rewatch the video. Like, where do you like where you're at? Where do you feel like you need to get better?
I'm just trying to be a steady hand on this team, trying to find a way to get guys their spots, get them comfortable, especially offensively, keep guys' spirits high, make sure they're getting the looks that they need. I'm trying to find a way to score when need be to keep guys honest. But I just feel like I'm starting to figure it out slowly but surely, but it's only the 3rd game out of 72. So it's a process. I'm just trying to get better each and every day.
Go to Miriam.
Hey, Reggie. Hey, wondering when you come to a game like this, I guess you guys, like a lot of guys, celebrated Christmas yesterday, and it's an early game. Like, does the energy feel off, or do you guys feel like is there any sense that that there are challenges to sort of like the human part of this?
Yeah, I mean, we're all human. I'd agree. There probably is some challenges, but for the fans watching and for all those that were entertaining, no one cares. So that's unfortunate. That's just how the business goes, and on our part, we have to be professionals. So energy may or may not have been off a little bit today, but we got to find a way to come out here and compete. And like I said, we're going to watch film, try to find a way to get better, and move on from this one and get ready for our next opponent, but most importantly, our biggest opponent, which is ourselves each and every day.
I know. Thanks, man.
We got time for a couple more. We'll go to Tomer.
Hey, Reggie. You just said your biggest opponent are yourselves. I'm just curious if you could dive into that a little bit. Like, what do you mean by that on a day-to-day basis?
It's life. I mean, this game kind of just emulates life. The biggest opponent in life is yourself. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. You got to figure out a way to be better And that's the goal. You're either going forward or you're going backwards. So we're just trying to take baby steps, continue to move in the right direction, bring it together as a collective whole. And hopefully, as the Los Angeles Clippers, we can find a way to continue to push towards the goal that we have ultimately for ourselves.
And then you joined late last season. What was it like for you, I guess, now that the season started, to get a training camp in with these guys, get some time together to practice with these guys before the season actually starts?
It's just been good to be around the guys as long as we can be. In the, under the circumstances that we are with necessarily the predicament of COVID still. So all the time they allotted us, we're just trying to make the most of it, get to know each other more as people, and hopefully that'll help us on the floor and with our brotherhood and trying to pick each other up and continue to move this thing forward. So it's been good to, it was fun to come here at the end of the year last year, get to know some guys. Tough seeing some guys leave, been great to bring some new guys in. And we're just trying to gel and make this work.
And last question will go to Justin Russo.
Hey, Reggie.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. Coach earlier said that this is like one of those games where you kind of just burn the game tape. And you already sound like you're mentally willing to just move on already. Is that kind of just the mindset you have to take and just like move immediately on and don't dwell on this too much?
I believe you have to do that in a win and a loss. You can only, you have to, like I said, reflect. You have to go watch a little film, try to find positions that we can be better. For the most part, we didn't necessarily execute our game plan. So unfortunately, you can't take too much from it. It's like having a terrible day in life. So you reflect as much as you can, and we're going to move on, try to figure out ways to be better. Like I said, individually and then collectively as a whole, and we're going to take it. This is only one game of the 72. It's the third game of 72, and we're going to, like I said, try to get better as a collective whole and then move on from it and try to be the best we can be, not just next game, but tomorrow for ourselves in practice.